Loud.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday morning. This is our business chat, and we are here every Thursday morning to, hopefully give you some resources to grow your business. What do you want to do, honey?
I'm going to spotlight you.
Okay. Okay. I am here
In my new office.
in my the
Gregory's new
lovely
office.
Gregory's new lovely office. So this morning, a lot of times we create the content for today from our directors and above meeting that happens every Wednesday. And we had a wonderful meeting yesterday, and we had a new member and a brand new director who we're going to hear from today. I'm excited about that. And the topic that came up that people wanted to talk about was the power and the use of third-party tools. And so this morning, we're going to hear from three of our leaders from really different perspectives. And we changed the order, you guys. So what I shared with you last night is different today because Kate is dealing with some challenges in her home with a flood, but
Oh,
she's going to
no.
be on at last. So how about if we start out with Michelle, and Michelle Gray is a pharmacist up in Canada, and she's moving more and more and more into the natural form of pharmacy and supporting people enhancing their health. I have the pleasure of working with her daughter. She is a three-generation family, and it's very exciting. Michelle, you want to raise your hand so I can spotlight you and make it easy? Let's see, where are you? Okay, because I'm going to bring you on. Um, there you are. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I had a really fabulous call with Michelle last night, and she shared quite a story that she's going to share with you this
Just
morning.
check in 1 second. Just on a
What
call.
are you doing, honey?
I'm going to spotlight her.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm just arriving to a place and I'm
Okay, so do we not mute everyone?
We did, but
Okay.
sometimes people unmute.
So does it work for you, Michelle? I know that you were in transit and we had, and we can have Jim go first if you'd prefer.
I will found a little hidey hole in the spot that I just arrived at.
Oh, good. Thank you. So it has been just a joy to have Michelle on our team. And I first met her on one of our incentive trips. And, when I was talking to her daughter, why she was excited about the business, her daughter loves travel. And she's been seeing her mom go to these amazing places. And she goes, I want to do that. And her 18-year-old daughter just graduated high school, is building a Lifeway business and really excited about it. And so she's got her father and her daughter, and they have a three-generation business. And so, Michelle, I'm going to turn things over to you to share your story. And sorry for the last minute change. A flood trumped it all,
That happens. Life happens, right?
I thank you so much for being so willing. And I know you're just finishing something. So I'm going to turn things over to you, and I'm going to bow out. So, Michelle, why don't you share a little bit about what's recently happened in your life with third-party validation and how it's affected your team?
Yeah, well, it's been kind of exciting. So I took a GoPro 1 day branding challenge, and that was a online training where the top social media people in the industry were sharing what they did and how they treat social media. And then there was some other tools that they said, here is a way to leverage third party validation by having my face published and my story published, but my face published on the cover of a magazine. And what you do with that tool is um, share it. So share it in your social media, share it to your team, have your team share it. So the team opportunity. And Robin, do you have the picture of that magazine cover
Um, I'm on
to
Gregory's
share?
computer. I'll bring it up in a minute because I have to switch it to Gregory's computer. So I'll get it
Okay.
because it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes. So well, I shared it to just my store's Facebook page, that really got some traction. And I had just also completed the Oxano 10-day social media challenge. So I used that new information uh, to when I posted the magazine cover. I didn't post the article with it. I said to make a comment and I would forward them the article. So trying to create that conversation for Facebook to pick up on those algorithms, to push it out to more people. So just by doing that, we had 1,600 people engage with seeing the post, commenting, making um, likes, shares, that kind of thing. And then at 5 days, I then shared that post to some local Facebook groups. And those groups really picked up traction. And I also had my dad and my daughter, we were going to a trade show fair last weekend. And so I had him share the post to all the local Facebook groups in his area as we were going to be doing this talk along with the trade show. And next thing I knew, the 1,600 jumped to 10,000 viewers.
That's
So
amazing.
it was amazing and quite exciting to see just how this works. And so as where my dad was sharing to his Facebook groups, when they commented, it was going back to him. So allowing him to address and grow his um, following and potential clients to follow up with, send them links. And so it's that third party validation. So even if you don't publish yourself on the cover, you can do this and then share it with your team or have somebody in your team. Or you could even go within GoPro itself, they had this and you could mix and match. So you could buy so many covers and you could share it among your team. That was one option. Since doing this and I posted it onto my LinkedIn, I've now been getting offers from other magazine covers saying, hey, I think you'd be a perfect fit to share and do a feature story in our magazine and get on the cover. Of course, there is a fee for that. However, I think that this has been worth it. So before we actually headed out on Friday, my daughter and I, to go to a 4-hour drive to my dad's, I popped in the store to grab some supplies, and my staff were telling me every second call is about LifeWave. And they already know, they've already viewed the Live Younger site and they want to know more, and they're going to be calling back. And every day this week, I've signed up somebody new. I've had one premium, one person upgrade to a premium, and several others. So yes, I can share. Actually, if you go to my Facebook page, Gray's Pharmacy, GRAYS, you can like and share, and I will then forward the article to you as well, so you can really see what this is about, and that will also help jump this to the next level as well. So really appreciate that.
I just want everyone to hear it's brought in new business, being on the cover of a magazine, but it's also a tool for her team for third party validation. How exciting. Continue on. This is so great.
Yeah, I have a large poster in my store that's a big award I got for 2022's Canadian Compounding Pharmacist of the Year. So I'm going to print these magazines up in maybe poster size as well, and also put them on my wall where I have many articles I've written, published, and then put on the wall for just the general public as they come in, and it catches people's eyes.
That's so
Um,
fabulous.
Yeah. So I really look forward to the next article, and there's over 40 different magazine covers I can choose from as to what I think is going to be the catcher that grabs a different crowd and sector that we didn't get before, especially with new technology coming into the market.
Wonderful. So what Michelle did, I hope everyone heard, she did the social media challenge. So she had all this great information under her belt, and then she got this great exposure, and she used her resources, and then she massively expanded her reach, massively. Because what was your reach before, Michelle?
Well, before yeah, like the average, I would get 500 views on a single post before this.
Okay. And then people are sharing and they're sharing on their formats and it's gone out and currently it's up to 10,000 but it keeps growing. But more importantly, it's the phone is ringing off the hook and people are signing up. And so and Eva put the link in for your Facebook page. Thank you, Eva. Eva is upline to Michelle. They got enrolled by someone from Australia. They live in Canada. It's very international. How excited! Well, I think your life has changed now, honey, isn't it?
Well, it is. And our international student, her dad was here for the last 3 months and he's just left and got back yesterday. But Leah had signed him up before he left.
I
And
love
so
it.
now it's gone back to Denmark.
That's so wonderful. It's
Yeah.
so now they're all over the world, and how exciting is that? And remember, Leah is 18 years old and she's building a business, and that is Michelle's daughter. So, it's
Or
just designing the life. That is so, thank you so much for sharing, Michelle. That was inspiring. And Michelle took a course that was $47 and learned about this resource. She did pay to be on the cover of these magazines, but it is paying for itself, but it's become a tool for her team for third-party validation, and it's going to make a huge difference continuing. So we'll want to keep up with you over time, okay? And hear
yeah,
more. All right.
that
Thank you
sounds
so much
fabulous.
for being
And
flexible. Yes.
when you get a chance, if you can, share the cover page. I know people are going to the page, but then you can also share the insights that I also sent you so they can see the
Yeah.
jump.
Yes, it was a little crunchy this
Okay.
morning and I ended up on Greg's computer. So, okay, thank you so much. So we're going to transition away from Michelle and go to
Wow.
Jim Gilliland because
123 people.
he's got another perspective on third-party validation that he's going to share this morning. So good morning, Jim, and everyone knows Jim, our Blitz master here, who's absolutely every time he does a Blitz, lots of stuff happens, and his business is growing, growing, growing. So, Jim, what's one of your favorite third-party validation tools?
You know what? I like to use three-way phone calls. I've been using three ways for over 25 years now. And so a lot of people though don't quite understand how to use the three-way phone calls, and they don't understand uh, how to set it up, what to say, what not to say, those type of things. But a three-way phone call is basically like Rob was just saying, it's a validation point that you can validate what you're doing. And so what I found over the years, a lot of people they will do is a call like right before or when they have the person on the call with them, and they want to do a three-way with their upline or someone else. It doesn't have to be their upline. It'll catch them off guard. It'll catch them in the middle of who knows, So a couple things I like to do is I want people to schedule an appointment with me for a three-way phone call, and also schedule it with the person they want a three-way in. Now, if you have someone that you'd like to do a three-way phone call with as far as prospect, and you want to three-way them into your upline, cross line, downline, whatever it might be. It could be anything from someone that's successful in the business to someone who's had a experience with the patches, to whatever. You want to make sure all parties know that you're getting ready to do a three-way. You don't want to bring your prospect onto a three-way without first talking with them and say, hey, is it okay if we can bring someone in? You know, ask permission. No one enjoys being put on the spot like that. And then when you bring someone to a three-way phone call, you want to edify or really talk good about the person that you're bringing in as the expert. So I don't go over the top though. Don't talk a lot about, you know, any money. Keep money out of the whole, you know, situation. Don't bring that up. And then keep your three-ways short. Some three-ways can go longer. I've been on three-ways that lasted an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours, not by my choice, by the person I brought in. So 20-minute three-way phone call. Keep it short, 20 minutes or less, actually. And the idea is, once again, bring them in, introduce them to someone, and they're the expert. And when you introduce them, after you've edified them, then you do is you, I hate to use the word shut up, but you just shut up and you let them talk, okay? Because you don't want to interrupt. You do not want to do any input as far as trying to get involved in the call. No, you sit back and you listen. That's been an issue too in the past. I have people that they just want to, even though they're three-waying someone into me, they want to continue talking. They want to continue interrupting. And sometimes I'll do is, if you have to, is just cut the call short and get back with the person later on. So always ask permission of both the prospect and the person the expert, the person you're three-waying them into. Keep it short, keep it to the point, share your experience, and remember the old saying that facts tell, stories sell. Lots of stories. Okay. Keep your story short and learn how to tell your story in a short, like an elevator speech, 2 to 3 minutes. Don't continue to talk and talk and talk. And I like to do is I always like to cover the company, its owner, the products, and then not only the products, but I got the sun just peeked out of the trees. And then you want to do is talk if they're interested in the opportunity. And that's what I mean is when you talk to someone and say, I'm going to bring someone on, I'd like to three-way them into you, ask that person questions. Ask the person that's bringing the guest on to tell you a little bit about that person, tell you about background, a little bit of information. Are they interested in LifeWave as a product or LifeWave as a business? So that's about it. You know, it's I apologize for being on the phone today. We didn't have a flood. We had a computer outage. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the three-way call is magic. Someone said that in the it's like you know, your own town, people don't take you so seriously. So getting that third party expert on and letting, like you said, Jim, so well, letting people know, I'd like to bring on my teammate because they've been around longer and I want to make sure your questions are answered and in the best possible way. So, you know, just having it's not like you're bringing on a closer. I mean, those are the old days. We don't do that anymore, you know? We don't do that. And so, and it is magic. In the early days, Gregory, when he started the business, I think a lot of people heard he didn't do three-way calls because he thought he knew everything. And he didn't do so well until he had a sponsor who said, I won't work with you unless you use them. And then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. And when Dr. Tom came on, I think a lot of you have heard this, Dr. Tom Macklin, brilliant neurologist, he would bring Connie in as the expert for the three-way call. So here we have a doctor, and you know, bringing on a hairdresser. Now, the bottom line is we're trying to create simplicity and duplication, and we want people to get, I can do this. And that's the power of the three-way call. Any other final comments before we move on to Kate?
Main thing is just, like I said, keep it short, keep it under 20 minutes.
Great.
And yeah, I would encourage that. Keep it short. It's
Wonderful.
duplicatable if you do.
Thank you so much, Jim. And I love your racks in the background. Jim lives right near where we used to live. Darn. We could have been almost neighbors with a little ferry in between. Okay, thanks so much, Jim. And so now we're going to move on to Kate. And I am going to figure out how to, it's not giving me the option. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Kate, are you with us? Are you able to be on screen? There she is.
I'm
Yay.
here.
And so let me, before you start, yeah, this has been quite a morning for Kate. She's been up for hours and hours and hours, and look at how gorgeous she is. She is one of our newest directors and has an amazing story to share about her history with LifeWave and where she is now. So, and then she's going to talk about the power of, third-party validation. So go ahead, Kate.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be here today. And what I wanted to share was my fun way of being connected to LifeWave started back in Las Vegas when David Schmidt had the kickoff for the company. I was there and it was wonderful. And I saw people that I really was fascinated with and listening to David. And somehow I had this intuitive feeling that this man was going to change the world. And then I'm like, who am I to think that? Why do I think that? But I know it in my bones. This man's going to do something. But I was too timid and too shy to step into doing this type of a business. And I was in corporate America, comfortable with that, but wanting more, wanting everything that this had, but just couldn't put myself there then. So here it is, 20 years later, or in 2022, put it that way. And a friend of mine was telling me, starting to tell me, trying to tell me what she was doing, what she was up to. And I said, just tell me who's behind it, whatever it is. And she said this name, David Schmidt. I'm like, oh my gosh, say nothing more. I know I want it. I know I need it. How fast can I get it? By the way, what does it do? I know my body needs it, whatever he did. And so that was such a fun moment for both of us, and it was very exciting. And so now I found he did all that, and I got my patches, and I created a story that changed my life. I thought perhaps my knees that needed some help would get some help, and my heart got help first. Two things that were not right with my heart. They were very irregular and were causing a lot of havoc and a lot of drugs, really nasty drugs to be taken. Something I wanted changed so badly, but I didn't dream about that. All I could think, as big as I could think, was knees. And my heart got healed first. And my knees were taken care of so quietly, I didn't even notice until the moment I noticed. And I know you all know exactly what that's like. Things happen so gradually, and then boom, it's there. So miracle after miracle. And what is it? Almost 3 years later, I have gone from being so shy and timid to embracing and stretching and growing and getting outside the comfort zone. And I've made 2025 my commitment to stay uncomfortable, because if you're outside your comfort zone, you're a little uncomfortable and you have to create a new you and you have to grow into who you're becoming. And I'm really enjoying it, and who I'm meeting and partnering with and enjoying the company and support of. It's just magical, and learning from everybody that's on these calls, from the top to the bottom, from the side to the side, across. It is just a magnificent resource and a community that I live in every day and wake up so grateful to be a part of it. So that's a little bit of my LifeWave story. And then wanted to grow my organization, have a team, get out there and really help people, because I could not talk about it. And we all know who started that comment. I can't not talk about this and can't not share it. And I feel responsible. And it became a calling. So this is a deep thing that connected my soul purpose, my lifetime purpose, my vision, my mission. It took me searching from my 30s to in my 70s to finally find the thing, the vehicle. And it's this, and it's all of you. And it's everything David's going to create for all of us to share with the world. So what I had to do is become a student of network marketing, and in particular, the value of third-party validation. And that came from talking too much. When I connected with prospects, it was a long conversation. I thought I was just having fun, making friends and sharing all that. I wanted them to know everything. They signed up, but it was like grueling. I'm sure it was grueling for them. And so I had to have a breakthrough. And having learned the secret to creating belief within our prospects is not in our own voices, was a fabulous awakening for me, bringing the value of the third party validation. And it took off that need to tell them everything. So that's getting in our own way. And I was really bad about it. I was like really stuck there. So the light bulb flashed on with the simplification of how it works. And as brand partners, we connect with our prospects, building trust. And during an initial call, we could do that. And with sometimes it may be in that longer process, like when we've been absent from each other for a long time, and we just do the person-to-person connection. And it may take several calls until it turns around to a conversation about, hey, what are you doing? What are you up to? And then that turns into the opportunity to have a conversation that supports what our business is all about and what we want them to learn about our product and know about our business opportunity. And the plan is not to explain what it is and what it does, how it works, the science and clinical studies, but we want to shift from our voice that's established the trust, got their attention, to building belief naturally, organically, and strategically. What we want to do is create that within another person. And that's the prospect that we intend to enroll and serve and support. So the strategic solution is the third-party tool. And that's not only another person, but it is a lot of tools that we have. And it may be a person that's typically upline, or that you support each other, or you're maybe accountability partners with. So it could be any person, but just so it's not your own voice that they're hearing. So that's what the magic is about this. So
What are some
Um,
of your favorite tools?
yes, that's what I'm
Right.
trying to find on my page. Thank you.
Well, you know them, honey. You know them, and share the one that most people don't even think about. It starts with an M.
The magazines, the 20th anniversary magazine, I think is brilliant. And we can show that to people, and we can also give them a hard copy of that. That really paints a picture. That's pretty close to being there at the Welcome Center, I think, as far as effectiveness and ability to convey the vastness of what we have access to. So things that you may not think about as third-party validation right off the bat, you might not think about events. Inviting them to an event that's a big thing, like a regional event. That's an excellent one. Everybody else is doing all the work. So you just have to get them there. A podcast, a three-way chat on Zoom, in addition to the three-way calls that we automatically think about. Could be marketing materials, brochures, flyers, something they can take with to look at in their own time. It could be the product itself. Could be books, testimonials, first party, or the stories of other people's experiences. Those are all third party. But yes, there's more. So definitely the liveyounger.com site. That's what I use with all new prospects right now. That is such a blessing and such a gift to all of us. I am so glad that that's here and the upgrade's coming. And so videos of LifeWave Connect product talks by David, that is one of the strongest ones that I know about when somebody has a deeper curiosity. Our new corporate produced lifestyle videos, the X2O water machine video, my gosh, that would turn so many heads and turn so many hearts and create such a desire. Articles that are written about the product, the company, the founder, or about you, or written by you. Those are all testimonials that are valid for using for that voice that is not ours.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
And
Oh, you
and
got more? I'm sorry. Keep
I
going.
just want I want to wrap it up with something here. It was advised that we make a list of all the things that we can think of and keep looking for more, but have that list with us in front of us when we're talking to a prospect. And then you can just easily, gracefully move into that at the point because you'll tailor it to the person that you're talking to. And that really helps a lot. Removing ourselves from the process, build the trust, turn it over to the third party for belief building, for that is where it happens. And the closing thought is better success than presenting alone is what third party validation is and creates.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. That was wonderful. Your story. I mean, all these comments in the chat, I want you to take a look. It is an inspiration, and I want everyone, I invite, I just corrected my own language, everyone to really notice, 20 years ago, Kate was shy and didn't think she could do this, this business. And then she kept working on herself, getting outside of her comfort zone. She kept growing and growing and growing. You don't want to go too far out because then we contract, but she kept stretching and stretching, and she became an amazing student of this business model, as did our other two guests, Michelle and Jim. Oh my gosh, they're all students. They're constantly learning and growing. There's a big hint there. And Kate embodies it magnificently, and she learned the power of the third party validation. And she had to learn one of the things, you guys hear me talk about Darren Hardy all the time, making the shift. If you're talking, you're pointing to a tool. And she had the light bulb go on that she realized she was talking too much. Well, that's what most of us do. We talk too much. If we're talking, we're pointing to a tool. And I love your idea of having all those tools ready and available so you know what's going to be the right tool for that person. I like to ask people, do you like a lot of information, a little, somewhere in between? And you have all these different resources to share with people. And, congratulations, Kate, on your growing business, but most importantly, your growing self into your dream lifestyle and your purpose, and just continuing to be a model and inspiration for so many people. Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So now let's see if I can remove the pin. And if anyone has any comments or questions, typically on the Thursday morning, we open up for business Q&A, any kind of business questions. But if you have any comments or things to start out with from this morning, so we're going to go to Lavelle and then Sunshower and then Mijet. So you go for it. Lavelle, you're
you.
on.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Robin. Still getting over our little downtime, I guess is that. But hey, guess what?
What?
It's my birthday.
It's your it's your birthday?
66 today. Yes.
Happy birthday. That's a lucky number. Woohoo.
Thank you so much. And yeah, no, but great, great, great stuff, guys. Third party validation is everything. And so I was saying yesterday on our director's call, guys, you want to grow your business? Third party validation is everything, guys. You got to understand. Don't be a lone ranger. Please, guys, don't be the star of your own movie. Guys, teamwork makes the dream work. I've even used my new recruits as third party. You know why? Because they're so excited. And they'd be like, oh, let me tell you what happened to me. And my goodness, I put them on three ways and people, they hear it because people hear their excitement and everyone. I want if you're writing and if you're taking notes and like everyone's talking about, be a good student. Please take the notes, guys. And you communicate more with your feelings than you do with your words. And when people are excited, they just be like, "Oh my gosh, this stuff must be good." Okay, okay, let me try it. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Guys, third party is anything but you. Anything but you works, guys. It's
I
a
love it.
video, it's a Zoom, it's a conference call, it's another person. Thanks so much, Robin. God bless, guys.
Oh,
Have a great day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, thank you, Lavelle, for sharing your wisdom and happy birthday and heal fast.
Thank you.
Okay. And let's keep the comments brief so we can hear a bunch and have questions because we've got a bunch of hands up. Sunshower Rose, you are next.
Hi, thanks so much, Robin. I really am excited for Michelle and what happened in her world. I actually met Michelle with her sponsor, Eva Rose, at conference last October. So I didn't know she was going to become famous. How cool is that? And so congratulations to Michelle and to Kate, because my goodness, I've seen her grow in these last couple of years. Part of LifeWave and network marketing is just showing up. And the more you show up, the more things are going to happen for you. And it is about becoming bolder. So what I'd like to say about the three-way call is not to be shy, so shy that you feel like, oh dear, I'm imposing on my prospect or I'm imposing on the time of my upline. Maybe I shouldn't make this call. But guess what? Our success is dependent on your success. So we want to be there for you and we want to help you. So try and overcome that part. And maybe, you know, if you're going to make a few calls, tell your upline who you'd like to speak with your prospects, and make a few calls. And suddenly you have someone that you've actually got on the line and you'd like to introduce them to your upline. So as Jim said, be sure to edify your upline, whoever's going to be the person that's the expert on the call, and to also give the upline a little bit of background about the person that you're introducing. So the two of them can just chat together first. It's not a closing call. I think many people misunderstand. This is not about closing anybody at all. We are looking for their interest level. And if it's an interest level of 7 or above, we might even ask the question, so are you ready to get started? And if not, it's then, well, would you like some more information? Do you like to learn by reading, listening, watching a video? Do you want a little bit of information, a lot of information, or somewhere in between? Thanks so much.
Thank you. Oh, that's so wonderful. That edification is such an important part of the journey. And when the expert, so-called, comes on, one of the jobs of the expert is to connect with that prospect. And, you know, and so giving a little information so people, oh, you went to University of Michigan, so did I, or what, you know, who know? It's amazing how those little things can start to build trust. And it's the trust that makes the difference. And having that third party on is to really give that prospect the best support possible and let them know. Mijay, you are next.
Well, well, well. Hello, beautiful queen. Oh my gosh. This is a beautiful call because, it's the beginning of your business. And I love you, Kate. Kate, you are beautiful. We met before, and I am encouraged by you. The one thing we all, whether we're well seasoned in this industry or not, is to stay uncomfortable. Uncomfortability, bringing in faith and shooting out. And I say shooting out, that means you're getting rid of it quickly, like a gun that's fired. That bullet comes out of there. That fear is gone. So you are to stay in uncomfortability to bring in faith and shooting out fear. And helping your teammates that are shy or that feels like, well, I've used up all of my prospects, all my family and my friends, and then they're going to say, here we go again. What do you got? And you're selling me and yada, yada. But you come from a fresh new beginning. So do role plays with your with your teammates. Do role play and help them to get past that shyness so that they can speak more boldly, and give them the tools, show them the tools, because you're only shy because you don't know what to say, or you don't have the tools to show them. You don't have the faith behind it. You don't have the boldness to carry it. But the
Thank you,
tools, I
Mijay.
promise you, can take you where you want to go. Thank you for
Yeah.
allowing me to share.
Thank you so much. Okay. And, you know, Gregory says often, he goes, in traditional sales, we're closing a deal. In network marketing, we're opening a relationship. And you hear me say all the time, it's a relationship business first and foremost. And people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. Okay, Renee, you are next.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much. This is an awesome call this morning, and I learned so much. First of
Yay.
all, I'm very grateful to have Jim as my upline, and he teaches us a lot, and just so blessed to have him as my upline. And yeah, I like everything that he said. But I also want to mention Kate, that uncomfortability. I'm not used to being uncomfortable, so I always try to be comfortable. But since last week, we started doing this Go for No, and I'm starting to be uncomfortable and I like it. So anyway, I think it's really awesome. I mean, I can feel it already. And I wrote that in my note, be uncomfortable. And we're starting to do it. But I have a question for Michelle, and congratulations, Michelle, for what you did. I wanted to find out about that $47 course you're talking about. And I really like what you did. And I want to share that with my team. Unfortunately, they're not here today, but I'm going to send the recording.
Why don't you guys reach out personally?
Okay.
Do it in the chat, okay? Because I don't want to get everyone else distracted from that. But yeah, okay, wonderful.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, you
And
guys.
great for you for being uncomfortable. And what rank are you at these days, Renee? And what's next for you?
Right now, I'm an executive director trying to get to the next level pretty soon.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. She keeps growing and
Thank
sharing.
you.
Okay,
It's because
thank
of you guys.
Yes, and Glenda, you're next, and then Michelle. She's unmuting her line. I can see it now. Okay. I think you're unmuted, Glenda. Oh no, I can't hear you.
There. Now
There we. Yay! Good job. Good job. You did it.
thank you. I really this was really important to me. I tend to do a little of the Gregory thing where I know too much. And so I really, really appreciate everything everyone shared. I really appreciate the tip about the magazine. I thought that was fantastic. And so anyway, thank you. I have two really practical questions. Do you guys have any insight to when the Cellergize will be back available? It's making such a difference, I think, in the patches. So I'm really anxious to get it. And I have 4 tickets to conference, but does that mean I have to register right now too? I saw that note and I just want to make sure I'm not missing something important.
Okay, so question number 1 with Cellergize, they had a problem with the seal on the packaging, on top of the jar. And so it looks like it's going to be April, which is coming up really soon.
Okay.
Don't have a definitive date, but that's what caused the challenge. And the demand is great. People are loving it. It's simplifying our, supplementation a lot and giving everyone what they need to enhance the benefits of the patches. And as far as the conference tickets, my understanding is you don't need a name to them yet, but down the road you will.
Okay.
But right now we're fine. October is, it's creeping up on us really fast, isn't it? But we're okay for now. Okay.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you. Okay. And Michelle, you are next.
Good morning. Oh my gosh. This is just a heart full of gratitude comment. I just love you guys, and I appreciate what I'm learning every single week. And for those of you who might be new to network marketing, we get all this personal development for free, guys. For free. It's just like so amazing. Kate, you just flew me to the moon. Michelle Gray, oh my gosh. My heart is so full. I am so grateful to be a part of this community. I have done different network marketing company businesses for the last, I don't know, since the late 80s. I have never, ever had a home. As Robin and Gregory say, you can find a business, but then you find a home. And I've landed and I'm going to cry. And I just love you guys. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
sweetheart. Thank you so much. And this is a personal development program with a compensation plan. And for those of you that know me and have been around me for a while, that is my true love and passion of this business. It's a gift to all of us. Gregory and I like to call it a greenhouse. It's a safe place to grow into your potential, and just, Kate is such a beautiful model of her blossoming into let's see here, into more of who she is. And is there anything better than that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so and it is a gift to share it with each other and witness each other's growth.
And
'Cause
one more heart story real quick, Robin.
yes, please,
So
sure.
I was on LinkedIn. I don't go on there very often, but I got a message from someone who said, I'm in LifeWave too, and I live in Fort Collins, and would you meet for coffee? So I met this man yesterday. He's on a different team. He's under a SPD in Australia named Mario. Do you know Mario, Robin?
I don't.
So anyway, when I met him, he said his wife said, why would she meet with you? She's not going to get any money out of this. She's not going to. And he said, no, I think she will. I could just tell by her profile. So he shared that with me, and we just had a heart connection. And he's just getting started, and he's been through a very rough life. He's had some very huge challenges. So I told him how to get plugged into his team, and I told him about making the shift. And I listened when he told me that he was at such a low point that he almost committed suicide. I mean, I had tears in my eyes. I had an opportunity, and I was like, I love this. I just love being able to help people, So
it doesn't get any better, does it?
No.
That we get to give people hope.
Yeah.
We get to help people grow into their potential. We get to help people feel better and just change their personal and financial world. And then help other people. It's like, oh my gosh, it's the best.
Nothing better.
Okay, thank you, my dear. Thank you. And I think what Gregory says, it's easy to find a place to stay. It's hard to find a home. And I think many of us feel like we found home here. And I'm so glad to share it with all of you. That's so wonderful. Okay, Beth, you are next, my dear.
Good morning. I want to change gears just a little bit. I have had a couple questions about
Sure.
the Preferred Customer Plus program and when the new transition's going to kick in, and what if we sign people up today and will they automatically be in the new program? What's the word?
Oh my goodness. I wish I could answer that. And I should be able to answer that, but I will get the answer for you. Or you can even call customer service and get the answer because I don't know it. But and for those of you that don't know what Beth is referring to, the new Preferred Plus program is going to offer samples for 12 months. And that's going into effect very soon. I don't know the exact date, but it is happening very soon. That I know. But we'll find out, Beth, okay? But
Okay.
I invite you to call customer service. I bet they know.
My team member did and they didn't.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, yes, I know it's coming, but I don't know any details. So we've hit
Okay.
that a couple times.
We'll find that out today when we talk to Garrett. And
Okay,
then we'll put it on the Facebook group. How's that?
perfect.
Then
Thank you.
everybody will know. Okay. Thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Okay. And then we have Jerry.
Hi, Robin. Thank you so much. I want to thank everybody. Oh gosh, 3 speakers they were all 3 fabulous. I wanted to I know. I wanted to make a shout out. I've been gone for a couple months and personal problems. And I want to first shout out to Sunshower and Michelle for stepping up and helping me with duties like on Monday. I really appreciate their support through what I went through. But I want to shout out to Kate. I knew Kate when she came in. We were on the phone constantly. She was this little mouse. And what she has blossomed into and dug in and put her foot up that I'm going to do this, it just shows we can all do it. She is just amazing. And she speaks so eloquently. And gosh, she touches all of us. So you go, Kate. I know you're on your way up.
Beautiful, Jerry. And our big love and hugs to you for all that you've been through. It's been a journey. And great to have you back on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So does anyone else have any business questions of any kind? This is our open Q&A time and till the top of the hour. And if we don't have any, then we can end early. But this is business questions or any kind of questions from third-party validation. Jim has his hand up. You're on, Jim.
Hey, so I would like to do is remind everybody that with the convention coming up, last year they sold out. This year they're going to sell out again, and they say they don't have a lot of tickets left still for this year. And I know David Schmidt was saying that how the entertainment alone is going to be worth the entire cost that you pay for this trip. So I would say get registered now.
And you can get a few extra tickets too, because you're going to be bringing on new people between now and October. And it would be really sad if they weren't able to get a ticket because it was sold out, and it will sell out. It will. So planning ahead is always a good thing to do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have iPhone. Come on in, iPhone. iPhone 202. Who are you? You want to unmute? Your hand was up.
Would that be me?
That, I guess so.
Oh, okay. My question is, I don't know how to follow up with people once you've made the first initial contact and then they don't respond. So I don't know what to do.
Okay. So, in Live Younger Success, there is the 1, 2, 3 that gives you some things to do.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'd love to open that up. It's a great question, Lynette. Who wants to respond to Lynette?
I will. I'll take a stab at it, Lynette.
Great.
that happens a lot. So,
Mhm.
so I will reach out, and it's called professional persistence, right? We're not nagging, we're being professionally persistent, and people are busy, Lynette. I mean, the first thing is don't take it personally, really. Robin had told me, just put on your Teflon, honey, because sometimes I do get my feelings hurt. I'm a pretty sensitive person, but I've learned that's one of my growth things. Like, this is not about me. They're probably busy. And so I will usually do 3 times in about a week or 10 days, a reach out and a phone call, so they hear your voice, even if you leave a voicemail, and just say, hi, Mary, I haven't heard from you. And, I'd love to have a conversation, and just be very light, no guilting or anything. And then usually, and this I learned from Robin, after about 3 or 4, I mean, Gregory, I think the word is what, Robin, like 7 exposures, 8 exposures?
4 to 8.
4 to 8 exposures. But Robin has told me that after whatever your comfort level is, for me, it's maybe 4 times. And I'll say, then you withdraw, you pull back the prize. You say, I'm not going to contact you again. I don't want to bother you. So this will be my last call, but I really would love to hear from you. So that's what I do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Because
you.
I've got about 25 people I've contacted, but very few have contacted me back.
Yeah. And if you do several calls to people and reach out and you don't hear back, I mean, I'd say you haven't responded. I want to make sure you're okay.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that
Yes.
works really, really well, because it means that you care about them. And then what Michelle said, I think, is really powerful, is it's the takeaway, saying, it seemed like you were interested earlier on, but maybe you're not. So this will be my last reaching out to you. And if I hear from you, great. If I don't, that's fine too. Just make it easy. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Great.
That's helpful.
Oh, good. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Um, okay. Eva is on.
Hi, I just want to give Lynette a little more, just another tool if you want to use for wording on the second follow-up. Here's the wording that I use. I said, I hope you found the phototherapy stem cell activating patch information helpful. What aspect of it would you like to learn more about? So it asks a question, and they can't really say. If they say no, they don't want any more information, then but then it leaves the window open for oh yeah, I didn't get to it, or I want to know about the price, or is this asking a question? So those are word, kept it simple, and that's something that I use on my second follow-up.
And how's it working?
Great. They're asking questions, or they're like, you know what, I'm so sorry I didn't get to look at the video, and then you can say, okay, set up the next appointment. Would it be, when's a good time to connect with you again? When can you watch the video? This is always setting up another question.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Now we are getting close to the top of the hour. We have 5 hands up, so let's be really, really brief, okay? Sunshower, you're on.
Well, to follow up on what Michelle said, so say you're on your 3rd call to them and they're like, I just don't know yet. They're kind of brushing you off. You might say, is it okay if I get in touch with you in, say, 3 months? Because oftentimes it's timing. They're right in the middle of something big. They can't even think about this, right? So give them
Beautiful.
a chance. And oftentimes they say, yeah. And if it's like 3 months, I'll call you in May, or something like that.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for. All right. We have Maureen.
Hi, Robin. Yes, I love this, and I love Kate talking about being uncomfortable, because that's where I get sometimes, and I'm really trying to step out and going to start sharing my testimony more on here now too. I'm trying to make myself get out there more. But I have a question. I'm looking for a pamphlet to go with the Alavita. I've checked resources. I've checked the Alavita website. Do you know of anything like that? I have one of my people that want to share it with a salon, and they want to give it, give some pamphlets with it.
Does anyone know any printed material in Alavita? Just unmute and share.
There used to be a site you could create your just a business of Alavita, and I'm trying to remember
It's myalavita.com.
I checked that out. It didn't really have
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, there's nothing on there. You know, when the eye cream came out, they had a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't remember anything in that you can any brochure, but I don't
It
know.
had resources too. Resources didn't have anything.
No, it doesn't. Darn. Well, that would be a good suggestion to make to the company.
Okay.
And I would send an email to marketing@lifewave.com and say, I have a salon very interested in Alavita. Is there any printed material or could you create some for me?
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Yes, thank
The
you so
company
much.
is very responsive.
Hi,
Very
there is something, there's a sign, because I don't have it to share to show, but there is a sign that has the Alavita on there with the lady and everything. They have a brochure, there's a sign that says it.
It's on marketing tools. I saw the signs, but this lady's more interested in pamphlets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
You're
though.
welcome.
Yeah, but this is how we grow together and
terrific.
help the company. Wonderful. Kate,
Hey,
you're on.
this is Jada.
Thank you.
What's up
Thank
with-
you. Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Kate. Yeah.
okay. My quick thought is, I do hear a lot of people say, well, they didn't call me back. Well, you know, I feel it's my job to call them back. And there's a really good way to set that up so it's comfortable for you and the prospect. When you're on that initial call, set up your follow-up conversation. And then you might even remind them a day before, oh, I'm looking forward to speaking to you tomorrow at 3:00, like we talked about. And that gives them a little bit of a nudge in case they didn't look at whatever they were going to look at that they said they were going to do. And so that still gives them time to do it. And you are able to have your call. And if not, when you reconnect with them, set the next one. Just always set the next appointment when you're in the current one before you end it.
Oh, Kate, that changed my life. And I learned that from Gregory. Never end one exposure without setting up the next. And it's true with your prospects, your customers, and your brand partners. It's a relationship business. We want to continue to build the relationship over time. It may be someone who's a new customer say, I'd like to stay in touch with you. How often would fit for you? And ask them and then put it on the calendar. And with a prospect, when in the next day or so can you watch this short video? And Gregory calls it rapid sequential exposure. The closer you keep your exposures, the less you're going to need. The quicker things will happen. The more space between them, the longer it's going to take, and you have to start all over again. So thank you for that, Kate. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have iPhone 202. You want to try again? See if you can unmute your line. You got your hand up?
I'm just thinking that might be me. I'm not sure.
It is you. Yay.
Is it?
Who is
Awesome.
you? What is your name?
My name is Suzanne.
Hi,
Harris.
Suzanne. Great.
Hi. It's nice to meet you. I saw a Zoom call you did with Peter Sterling, who is my sponsor. And there was so much great information, and I need to get the replay so I can see it again. But I wanted to ask you, since I'm on the call now, aren't there like a bunch of different websites that you have that are specific to different parts of information? I seem to recall something like that.
In that intro, in that meeting we did with Peter and the team, I went things. If you go to liveyoungernewsletter.com,
okay,
and enroll in our newsletter by adding your email, and that's for everybody when you bring on someone new. And then there's a bunch of quick links that has all the websites, and I go through that on that call with Peter and the team.
Great.
And
Great. Thank you.
He has the replay. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Nice to meet you, Suzanne.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. And then the last one for the day is Max House. Not sure who the Max House is, but you want to...
Hey, Robin, can you hear me?
I can. Who is this?
This is Max House from Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Max House. That's your name. I love it. I love
that is
it.
my name.
Okay, wonderful.
Hey, I don't want to throw a fly in the ointment, but I just want to throw something out, and maybe people can think about their reaction, and maybe next Thursday we can dialogue further. But a gentleman just on talking about, oh, they're going to up the entertainment value at the next conference. And I got to tell you, I was just really disturbed by the amount of money they spent bringing in entertainment that most of the people that came to conference with us and had no interest in it, yet they spent millions and millions of dollars. And it's kind of confusing to me why they spend that kind of money for something that very few people are clamoring for.
Well, Max, let's talk about this offline. Did you find the conference valuable for you, the entire
Oh, the
conference?
conference was great. The conference
Great.
was great.
Great. Well, this is,
Uh,
it's David's business, and David, makes his decisions on what he wants to do, and we get to play along. And he wanted to bring that entertainment, so we get to enjoy it or not. And if it's not a fit for you, I understand. But David does make those decisions,
So
and
that was David's decision, not corporate.
it was David's decision. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yep. Okay. Well,
But
everybody.
I think it'd be good for people to be able to give some input. I mean,
You can,
David might be interested in that input.
there's always room for input. If you want to give input to the company, they're always open, and you can send it to customer service. If you need to speak to someone in a particular department, I can help you with that email too. And
All
it
right,
could
very
be
good. Thank you, Rob.
marketing
Appreciate
or
it.
events. Yes, we always want input, and you're never going to make everybody happy. There's
No, I understand that. I understand that. It's just, it was just more the dollars than the entertainment. It just seemed like it was a lot of money for not much bang for buck. So,
Yeah. Okay.
all right,
Thank you so much. Okay. Well, you guys, what a call. Great contributions. Wonderful sharing with our speakers and with each and every one of you. We love and appreciate you. Next week, we probably won't be here. One of our leaders will be here. We're going to be off on a networking cruise in the Southern Antilles, I think it's called. We're going to the ABCs, and we'll be with Kai and Lynette and Tiana and Laria and our son and daughter-in-law, Jason and Shannon, and Judy Friesen. So we're going to go do business out at sea. And that should be really fun. It's like looking for new ways to do business. And, Kai and Lynette went on one of these cruises last year, and they found some amazing new business builders. So go have fun and build business. Okay. And thank you, everyone, for a wonderful call. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
Great job. Great
Thank you,
job.
everybody. Thanks,
Thanks
everybody.
everyone, and thanks for
Robin.
wishing my beautiful,
Bye.
amazing
Thank
husband
you.
happy
Robin.
birthday.
Bye-bye.
Happy
Great. Oh,
birthday.
wonderful.
Birthday,
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for
Bye.
your prayers.
Energy.
Amen. God bless.
See you, bye.
Be
Happy
safe
birthday,
and
Lavelle.
and
Thank
healthy.
you. God bless everybody. Thank you.